And here we go again with another ridiculous Ecclescraft podcast. Now, obviously I've changed the millinery around a bit. It's not as oppressive and clunky looking as it felt. Now instead it's a sort of place you can get together over some brews, potion brews that is. At the time of recording, I think I had exactly half a blaze rod left, enough to make another Eye of Ender in case anybody wants an Ender chest. So, as you can see, you've got a chest in one corner and a pool of water in the other. Although, at the time of recording this voiceover, I've replaced that with a cauldron for no other reason than it looks better than having a body of water. As you can see downstairs, the observation decks now have their own catwalk, and the enchantery is coming along nicely, but I could probably stand to breed some more beefs in order to get more leathers, because you get beef and leather, you know. The gentleman on the hilltop, I created a nice little hilltop view place for him. It's that greyish looking one with the granite corners, and he's cut into a submerged lake and let it gush everywhere, and why not? I also added a few more banners and things, and I'm going to be talking about this in a minute. This trade sign here. So while I'm here, I'm just going. I can't seem to make my own trade signs work for me. Very strange. But in any case, I'd like you to meet my latest acquisition in the livestock game. As you can see, I've put another one of the great Eccles banners over there. Maybe we should put banners on all the buildings that I've just plonked down in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, here he is, Bisto, the Wonderhorse, hooray! And also hooray to the gentleman who was selling lots and lots of iron. He might have had a golem farm, I'm not sure. But in any case, it's time to take Bisto out on the road. Hooray! Whoops, no, sod. Try again. Get a good run up. And charge, and two-leggy, here we go. Whoop. And over we go. And the reason for that is I don't really like opening the gates. I don't like the livestock getting out. There's a reason that sheep who's running wild. In any case, we're just going to head pretty much northeast, I think. There's that unfinished building. I honestly thought I was going to fall straight into the trench that he's dug. Whoops. Better stay away from the old cactus there. Yeah, just taking Bisto out for a run, and why not? Horses are actually quite fun. They were almost like boats for land, except if you run into something with them, they don't disintegrate. Then again, I can remember in 1.6 navigating. Somebody's really torn up this desert temple. I mean, the only temple I've ever found intact was an ocean temple, but I think you've seen that in other videos. So I'm just going to run, and I'm still sort of occasionally looking around for jungle. I did find a big swamp and some interesting builds by I think it was the Spaniards, something like a Spaniard, can't remember. In any case, here's a desert village, abandoned, or rather, should I say, cleared. Boop. Yes, Bisto, leap the fence, get Timmy out of the well. And there was no fence on the other side. I feel rather silly now. I'm just going to go. Is there a building over there? Yes, there is. Well, it's not just a building. There's that. Oh, hang on. Let me show you something. This is something I discovered while I was on a walking tour. You can just see it rezzing over to the left. So there's somebody's house. And what's this thing? I'm not quite sure what it is. It feels almost like a temple-y sort of business. I mean, when I first saw it and realised, hang on, the underside is almost completely in darkness. I thought, ew, yelp, could be blueberries here. I'm sorry about that, swinging around. So let's just have a little run about. There's somebody else's temple. It's actually quite interesting. You can get quite a way up to the top and then you swim right to the very top of the thing. I'm still not quite certain what it is. But it's getting late, so before I do anything else, I need to get back home. Because one of the things that I wanted to show you was as we run for home, run as fast as I can, running for home. Well, maybe something like that, but it is getting late, and I have actually taken Bisto, the Wonderhorse, out for a longer ride. Ooh, and now, so I think it must be along this way, although I don't remember coming this way. But this part of Noirland is actually pretty boring. You get your forest, and you get your birch forest, and occasionally you get your nightmare forest, and there's desert, and there's a savannah, and then there's more savannah, and there's more desert, and there's some ocean not too far away, and some desert and savannah, and some desert, and more savannah, and forest, and ocean. Eventually I suppose I'm going to have to try and find some jungle. Heck, I started playing a single-player campaign while Noirland was being attacked quite heavily, I might add, and never got to a dungeon. Not a dungeon, jungle. Blech. Gibbering goon. Anyhow, we're just about home, and I've got a little something to show you that I've basically learned myself. It might be useful, it might not be, but let's hope that we can jump the fence. Give it a Bisto. Jump! Piabla! Missed. Okay, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. Hup! Piabla! Hooray! Alright, indoors. It took me a couple of evenings and a bit of exploration to find out how to make these trade signs, which you see in places, and you can, if I remember correctly, right click them to buy, left click to sell. So I'm going to make one for some seeds, and there we go. So watch the seeds in slot 2. Now first off, we find a suitable place to put our sign, which we need to operate. So boom, that will do just fine. So the first line, top line, is trade in square brackets, and then after that we put in the cost. So remember the $sign, that's important, otherwise you're basically saying I will trade this for that. So in this case $30 in Noirland currency, by the way. So let's just go over that. First line is trade, the second line is the cost with a $sign in it, which you will see coming up very shortly, like so. So you basically replace the cost with whatever the amount of money you want. Just be very careful, people tend to be rather cagey about funds. After that, the third line is the quantity, space, the ID, colon, and the stock. So QTY here is the quantity we want to sell for the cost. The ID is the decimal object ID, which you will see in a moment, and stock is the amount of stock you're going to put in the thing in the first place. So here we say we're going to sell for $30, we'll sell you 64 seeds, and the seed ID, and I just cropped out about 2 minutes of googling to find out what the decimal ID is, and it should be coming through fairly shortly, is 296 colon, and we're putting in 64 seeds. So once that's done, we click done, and it should be just about there. Now you can't quite see it here, but watch slot 2, because once I hit done, I'm going to make that stack of seeds disappear, and see, down on slot 2 it's gone. So now we have what's supposed to be a functional trade sign, except that whenever I try and buy or sell from it myself, I tend to get well, it tells me there's nothing to collect from here. Don't know, I think that means there isn't any gold or anything. So it could be that you just can't use your own trade signs. I'm not quite sure. I've got a long way to go before I figure out these things. Okay, so I'm trying to find some more seeds to try and see what happens. Okay, so if I was it right click or left click? Left. So I get an error. Right clicking doesn't seem to do anything, but it's hardly that's hardly surprising actually. So presumably there's a way of adding stock to a trade sign. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe I need to use a chest. I need to work that out. But anyway, on to something else, and another game that I actually quite enjoy, because I've actually been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas, trying to get through dead money, and in order to do that I ended up doing Honest Hearts as well. And you know, sometimes you just get tired of big serious games like you know, Fallout New Vegas, Call of Duty, The Elder Scrolls 943 Electric Boogaloo. I've heard rumours that the next Elder Scrolls is going to be possibly set in Argonia. You could finally discover the Eye of Argonia. Yeah, right. But sometimes you just need a game that's simple, cheap, throwaway, and you can just jump in, get started, have a blast. And sometimes in this game, fluff, because you are the Glorkian Warrior. Pride of the Glorkian army, total idiot, and currently running a battle simulation to protect your virtual asteroid from all kinds of virtual critters, such as roinks and the butterflorps and the space kitties and the space bunnies and the slipperzoinkers and possibly even the magic robot, but I'm not quite certain about that. But it's basically you and Super Backpack running and jumping, and yes, you do have to jump on occasions. It can be very helpful to jump as you run your way through. Everything feels deliberately cartoonish, which is hardly surprising since the Glorkian Warrior is the invention of James Kachalka, superstar and cartoonist. You might remember him from American Elf, which was his autobiographical comic, and you can follow him on Tumblr at kachalka.tumblr.com, as well as various bits of musical coolness which you can find on bandcamp.com. Just look him up, or in such things as what am I thinking of? Oh yes, Hot Chocolate Soup, albums like Hot Chocolate Superstar, and of course the Punky Brewskis. I'm not quite sure. I'll see if I can I'll see if he's on. See if I can dig him up somewhere. Whoa. Yeah, I don't want to get. I don't like these things. I mean, the space kitties are pretty nasty as it is, because they shoot homing rockets, and these things, well, there's even worse ones that shoot projectiles that bounce. Ow, and I'm dead. Oh dear, too bad. So we get a little witty repartee between Super Backpack and, of course, the Glorkian Warrior. Now, there's achievements you can win in this game and unlock. I've unlocked every single one. I could unlock them twice over. So I've seen both the mini comics, and I can collect cakes and cats and scratch CDs. And every second game you play, the first game you start up is okay, and the second one you're given a challenge by Zoe and Chloe there. So here are the space bunnies. You really want them to go home, especially when they've got nasty little chomping insect jaws like that. Oink. Oh. And I don't manage to catch the. It isn't easy when you've got the occasional passing asteroids floating around, and of course those blasted groinks, I think they are. Asteroids. You could also get Tetris storms in this game. I don't think in either of these two games that you're seeing here I managed to get the boss battles, but I have been in Mortal Kombat with the Slipper Zoinker, along with oh no, these little brews, and there's heaps of them. Ah, I'm dead. But get this game, it's cool. Glorkian Warrior, you'll love it. So anyway, finally got the shaders working again. Poked around with a few, but I think Silder's shaders are going to be the best at the moment. Even though you get a few graphical glitches now and again with Silder's, and also with the Lithos texture pack. I'm not quite sure why. You can see a couple of them there, so I don't know why they're showing up all funny. I mean, it's just standard granite. I'm just thinking. Anyway, it's mostly getting on to sunrise. Not quite sure what I'm going to do here. I mean, really, instead of mucking around with recording games and things, and wasting hours upon hours creeping through, what is it called again? Oh yes, Dead Money. I mean, after completing the main quest in Dead Money, there's no real reason to stay there. At least not that I can think of. But, my chickens are popping away. Up the eggs come. Pop, pop, pop. There you go. Better be careful there. I don't really want to excite the creeper. But actually, I've got so many blooming eggs these days. I should probably think about... Yes, I think it's about time I cut this thing. Get out of the way, you stupid... Got him. Naughty zombie. Now I'm just going to have to... Let's play Hit the Zombie. Here you go. Smote, smote, smote. I say smoty. There we go. Oh, very nice. Was he actually catching fire? Whoops! Here comes a creeper. Don't fear the creeper. And once more again, charge, whack, bonk. Zud. Powder. Guns. And an arrow or two. Oh, doesn't that look wonderful? Wonderful, wonderful. Turn off the bubble machine. Might just wander into town. Here we go. Whoop. Is it? Oh, missed. So also, the terrible frame rate now doesn't helping either. But I'll have to remember the setting for whoosh. Oh, look at that! Isn't that's lovely? I keep forgetting how nice shaders can be. Actually, really makes a change. Although I've had to downgrade to 1.8, I was originally running 1.84 and couldn't run that. Anyway, it's time to thin out the flock, I think. It's time to really flock them up. So, dead the chickens, black, walk, black. It's back to you too, sir. Oh, you horrible little chickens, goobling up my frame rate. Yep, I think I'll kill you. Dead. Now I'm going to have to churn through some gravel as well to see if I can find some flints. I can't remember exactly if... Yes, there is. There's one more. Oh, two more. And another one. Last one, and it won't be spared. Now get out of that sunflower, you naughty chicken. Oh well. Just have to replant the sunflower. It's no biggie. So just... There it goes. Lovely. Now, where's all them eggs? Yes, there you go. Egg. Oh, chicken right off the bat. Egg. 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 Yep, it's the usual thing. I guess the question is, okay, you can get XP by breeding chickens with seed, but isn't it quicker to just, you know, collect the eggs and then go flinging about the place? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'm just going to keep throwing eggs until I get chickens. Or some other disgusting skin ailment. That's all the chickens I'm going to get. That's probably all the chickens I need. What I really need to do is breed cows for fun, profit and leather. Let's see if there's any, but for now let's just go on goon patrol and see if there's any goons around. You know the sort of thing I'm talking about. Now also you might occasionally hear a toy bicycle horn in the background. Die, horrible scheming death to them. See, I think I saw something up here. You might hear a toy horn in the background sometimes of my narration, and that's Dad trying to drive away the... No, I don't know what I had. Anyway, let's go back to the mine. I want to check something. The mine is absolutely miles away. So, should I go there? Which way am I going to go? Oh, that's right. It's not down here that I want to show you something. It's a bit further up. You see, what I did was I basically came out here and then decided, well, this is as good a place as any. I had a couple of bits of ladder and a few other building supplies, and I just went straight down to the bottom of the ocean. I can hear Dad squeaking madly out there as he tries to drive away the sparrows that are eating all our grass seed. We had new grass seed put down, you see, and of course as soon as sparrows find out, they just flock. Okay, so that's... oh yes, we're at the... and it's still daylight. Good. So we go swimming. Swimming. And yes, I think that's it over there. Yeah, it looks like it over there. It's very important, this. Slabbing? Now, is this turning stone into slabs, or wood into slabs, or is there some foul, vile and unnatural amusement that has been invented here in Minecraft? I mean, apparently there have been mods made for Minecraft where you can have sex, although they're so stupid that they're only worth installing for a laugh. Anyway, let's look at it. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Have I? Grid spawns, have I? Yes, I have two. I think I've reached the edge of the world. I'm not quite sure which side is which, but I think I was going south. Great shattered objects. Let me try again. Boom, boom. Yes, it is. I've hit the edge of the world. Anyway, it's all fun. Let's go back to my ocean abode next to the ocean temple, which you can't actually see very well because it hasn't rezzed yet. But it's actually quite relaxing. It's just a tiny little island with a hut on it, basically. Yeah, there it is. You can just see it in the water there. And eventually you'll see... yeah, there's guardians. I can see guardians. I mean, it's kind of nice, and it looks even nicer now in this with Silda's shaders on. Here's some reeds for all your reed needs, and also there it is. Lord Eccles. Pretty soon I'll be a knight in about, I don't know, two real-time days worth. So it's quite a way away. And from this angle, of course, my hut looks unfinished, but actually it just doesn't have the roof just goes as far as the... well, you get the idea. But while I'm here, I want to check something. Well, I'll put some netherrack in here anyway to cook away, but as long as that's cooking netherrack, now my furnace is unavailable. What can I do? What can I do? Because I've got all this raw chicken that needs to be cooked, otherwise it won't last. I mean, obviously with shaders as usual, the problem is people make the torchlight and pumpkin light very orange, which is understandable. There are light shaders that you can get that don't have the colour, but they don't look the same. But in any case, I'll go back here. You know, I rather like it. It's very stark. Indeed, the more I think about it, the more I would like to... Okay, that's fixed it. Cook the chicken in my hut. Now I noticed something. I haven't heard from the Guardian, the older Guardian, in a long time. I'm wondering actually if... could it be that somebody has killed the Guardian? Because they didn't show people where it was. And if they have, know what F3 does, they can navigate their way back here pretty easily, and I haven't really claimed it. This is just a hut that I set up in case somebody wanted to have a go at this particular ocean temple. Well, it's getting late. I've got things I want to do. I really need to learn about making music in Ableton Live, because I've got the light edition. I purchased it for Christmas or the New Year. So, is that in the middle there, is that a... yeah, I think it could be. It could be a... you know, it'd be my funeral if I went in there. I mean, you need diamond armor, you need it enchanted, you need lots of water breathing potions, night vision potions, and I think you need bows and arrows to really fix it up against guardians and things. And yeah, this is actually quite a nice view as the sun slowly sinks in the west. So that's west. It's west. Okay, I was going north when I hit the edge of the world, so I'm looking more or less south now. Okay, fine. Now I know where we are. But for now, I think what I'll do is I'll just stand here and look at the sun on the water, and ain't that lovely? And just get my hand free and scroll up as it gets slower and slower, and then I'll press F1 to that's better. And what I'll do is I'll just look into the sunset, and maybe later I'll carve this clip off and use it as a kind of outro thing that I can do a minute or a few seconds worth of babbling on for my next Ecclescraft. There's Eccles looking into the sunset and looking most dramatic as he does it. You never think that he hasn't changed his underwear ever since he got onto the server. Actually, I wouldn't mind being given an invite to the Caledon Realms server again, because apparently instead of having Cupidon as its own server, the good Governor Desmond Shang is... oh, there you go. Guardians having a go at squid and things, but yeah, I haven't been able to get onto Caledon in an age. Oh look, here comes the sunset. And here goes Ecclescraft number 17. So what can I say about that? Good night, I guess. Blech.